But yeah, I'm just tallying it up in my head. And like, sir, what do you think you're doing? So it can happen to anybody. Y'all just have to be careful out here. Men, be careful too, because you have women who are just as manipulative, and they will make you think that they're so in love, blah, blah, blah. But if they know you're making money, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. Don't be going back to hotel rooms with them, because women set up men the same way men set up women. So, yeah, just be careful, you guys, because this love bombing bull crap, this manipulation, this narcissism is alive and well, and ain't nobody protected. I feel like the most attacked people are those who believe in Christ. You know, even when we say the blood of the lamb and stuff like that, you still got to use your discernment. You still have to use the knowledge that God gave you. We can't put it all on God. We sometimes just have to use what God gave us to use on our own, ourselves. You know, because this is nothing to play with out here. I'm telling you, it's real. And like I said, I experienced it myself back in August of 2025, this year. That's not too long ago. We're only in November. So that's a few months ago, 2 months ago. That's recent to me. But yeah, I mean, it was so much stuff. I'm just like, dude, you're not about to meet my friends. You better be glad I allowed you to speak on the few minutes on the phone with my mama that I did allow you to have. That never happened again. And it's just like, why are you so in a rush? Why are you already telling me you love me? Why are you already telling me, what that boy say? Oh, yeah, when I cut him off the first time before he came up to my school to deliver some food that he had bought for me. And I was even skeptical about that, because I'm like, I don't know what this dude put in this food. I don't trust people like that at all. At all. So I was like, yeah, basura. My mama's like, you can't do my girl. Stop. Stop. I'm a whole adult. Chill out. Stop. Because I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I feel is best for me. And whatever my spirit is telling me to do, that's what I'm going to go with. Not what no human being is telling me to do at all, ever. Okay? But yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, no. Like, he did that bull crap and then try to play all this other kind of stuff and just rushing. This just feels off. This feels so off. Like, you do know it's only been about 10 days. And out of those 10 days, about 2 to 3 of them, you said that I ruined your trip. 1, you tried to play victim about something else. 2, and you still couldn't justify or properly explain why I had to initiate the date that you orchestrated. Make that make sense. Because I'm not buying none of this, and all of this is still calculated in my head. And how dare you try to victimize yourself all the time. All the time. All, capital A, capital L, capital L, the time. 42. Who does that? 42 years old. I know, baby. He over there. I agree. That's how I felt. Dealing with this guy, just exhausted. Getting attitudes with my students. But really, it was him that I was upset with. And I had to check myself on that. These babies ain't do nothing to me. I need to check myself. How dare I? Now, lately, they've been getting on my nerves. But at that time, no. It was all him. And I was taking it out on him. And that's when I knew I got to cut you off. Because I was not myself. I was not myself. It was the worst thing ever. And I'm like, all of this is happening in 10 days. And I'm already shifting to be in a negative headspace. What? On top of what I'm already dealing with my cousin, trying to figure out things and put pieces together and understand what the police is telling us and blah, blah, blah. And knowing that they captured the men on camera and they played the video showing the boys, but the boys' faces were blurred out so we couldn't even tell or put a name or put no kind of picture to who they were. So it's a possibility that they're getting away with murder. And this is what you can come to me with during this time? How dare you? How dare you? And how dare myself for playing this game for 10 days too long. Because who are you playing with? Jasmine J. Ivory, get back to self, snap back to self, and get it together. And that even made me angry. I was angry about that because I'm like, girl, how dare you allow some dude like this, low caliber, come in here and try to distort everything that you've worked so hard to heal from. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. How dare myself? And sometimes people don't like to do that. They don't like to check themselves. But it's necessary. I guarantee you it's going to help you and you're going to go a long ways because of it. But I was like, that played in my mind, just rerun for a long time. And it just made me angrier every single time because, girl, what you think you was doing? Why did you even open that door back up? And y'all know what's crazy? For those who have been following me a while, you may know, if you ever even see this video, you may know, like, years ago, I think it was 2019, 2021 or 2020, one of those years between 2019 and 2021, I made a video talking about a dream that I used to have about snakes. Now, keep in mind, I haven't had that dream in years, since college. Years. I graduated college about, 14 years ago now? 14, 15 years ago now? I haven't had that dream in that long. Right before I decided to give this person a second chance, I kid y'all not, you can ask my mama. Y'all can ask her, bro. I told her about this dream and I didn't know why I was having it, because it only comes when something or someone is trying to bring me down. It literally only comes when something or someone is like a backstabber. And I had it before I went on a date with him. And after experiencing what I experienced with him within those 10 to 12 days, the dream hit me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I had the dream. This person right here, he is a snake. I used to have a dream about snakes when I was in college. I was with this group of girls in college and I felt like they felt a way about me. They used to make fun of my clothes. They used to be, oh, that's my friend. But they would make fun of the way that I dressed, say that I dressed too preppy because I came from boarding school. And of course, nobody black knew what boarding school was, or that black people actually sent their children to boarding school. And they used to say, oh, you was bad, blah, blah, the stereotype. And really, boarding school, I've said this before, boarding school is not where you go because you're bad. That's the biggest misconception that you could have ever think of. Boarding school is for rich people who want to travel, but they can't travel because they have kids. So they send their kids to boarding school to free themselves up to be able to travel and explore the world. Me, I was on track scholarship. I was able to get a track scholarship, but my dad still paid the majority of my high school boarding school fees. It was a whole tuition like college, a whole tuition that my daddy had to sacrifice his checks to pay for me to pursue and complete my 4 years in boarding school. No, it's not 8, 4 years. Oh my gosh. 4 years, you guys. But yeah, so back then when I went to boarding school, blah, blah, I graduated, went to college in Mississippi, was hanging around these group of girls. They say, oh, you're preppy, blah, blah, blah. And so I would try to dim down how I would dress and stuff like that, just for them to turn around and order the same things that they would make fun of me for. Ordering these clothes that look preppy. So I started back being preppy and wearing my clothes and discovering myself and really knowing that you're that girl. People are not going to tell you that girl because they already feel like you know that you're that girl, or that you know that you're that guy. For my guys out there, they ain't going to tell you that. Stop expecting people to tell you something that they feel like you already know about yourself. So how dare them put you on more of a pedestal than they already feel like you put yourself on, when in fact, that's not even the case. You just have to know that you know that you that mother girl and that you that mother guy. Period. Okay? But yeah, so the last time I had a dream was back then. And I was like, Mommy, I don't know why I had this dream about snakes, because it had never happened to me before. It didn't happen to me until I got to college. Seriously. So I had this dream about snakes. I kid y'all not. I went to I was going to class. I had an 8 a.m. class and we had an exam that day in college. And I was walking by the library. Y'all, why did I see a snake in the grass by the library? Never ever in my life seen that before my entire time in college. Right the day after I had the mother freaking dream, I went by the library because you had to pass by the library to get to my class. I could have went another route now that I'm thinking about it, but I just so happened to go that route. And the snake, I was scared until I saw that the head was cut off. So you tell me, God don't be telling me. God don't be talking to me. God ain't real. You tell me that. The head was cut off the mother freaking snake. The snake was dead. And my family is very spiritual on my mom's side. Extremely spiritual. Like, they have gifts. I get gifts of dreams and gifts of God talks to me in different ways. My aunts and stuff, they literally see, like, well, one of them, because everybody else prayed to not have that gift. Especially my mama, she don't got nothing. Like, she ain't got no gifts. She don't want no gifts. Because after she hear what we go through and stuff like that, she don't want them. She prays to not have them, and she doesn't. So that's good for her. But for me, I can't help how God talks to me, and sends me messages. So at the time, my cousin, she's dead now. Lord rest her soul, but my mom would always go to her when it was dealing with spiritual things, and she would ask her what's the meaning of them. And so she asked her on my behalf, like, what's the meaning if you have a dream about a snake and then you see a snake the next day after you had the dream with the head cut off? And she said, oh, that's a beautiful thing. That just means that God is handling every enemy that tries to come your way. That's how they would end up. He is fighting the battles on your behalf. And like I said, I've been graduated from college many years now, but I had that dream before talking to that guy, and it clicked. This is the mother freaking snake. Him right here. My attitude changing, how I'm feeling was changing. Like, me really thinking that I'm doing something to offend him. Like, what? That's not me at all. And I know I try my hardest not to offend anyone. But the fact that you sat up there, he sat up there, y'all, on a whole Louisiana trip, FaceTime me every day. Acted as if nothing was wrong with him. Acted as if there was not even a problem. But then come back from the trip and tell me that me and his daddy made his trip horrible. From the time he left Houston, because I said something to him that I was joking about, and I made it clear that it was a joke. But because he has unhealed trauma between him and his mama, he took it all the way left. And I didn't even know that he took it all the way left until 4 days later. That's crazy. The fact that you can sit on FaceTime with somebody and pretend the way that he pretended, I'm talking about actor. Pretended, oh, you look so beautiful. Oh, I like your chill clothes that you got. I'm talking about complimenting me at the wazoo, you guys. Complimenting me as if nothing is wrong with him. But the whole time he felt offended about something that I said that I was unaware of. Lack of communication, poor communication. Sir, that did it for me. That drew the line. And I know he got upset because I told him that he has friends who are enablers. Or then he tried to manipulate me with that. You talking about my friends? You bringing people into this that have nothing to do with nothing? I'm not talking about them. I just said that they are enablers because they refuse to deal with what I'm dealing with. They refuse to try to go against your boundaries. They know that you have boundaries and they know not to say anything in this regard to you, or else they'll lose their friendship with you. And you will treat them exactly how you're treating me. You'll victimize yourself. And everybody else around you is the enemy. They're the problem, never you. But you want a Proverbs 31 woman, but you out here drinking. Along with your drinking, you're incorporating things that are prescribed by doctors. And on top of that, you're smoking, you're doing this, you're doing that. But you want a Proverbs 31 woman. You want a woman to be able to be concealed in her clothing and this and that. Nigga, how dare you? And who you thought you was going to do, who you thought you was going to raise up and mold into becoming the woman you want them to be. You can't even become half of the man I need you to be, baby. That's a lost cause. Lost for me. Lose on all spectrums. How dare you? How dare you? Like I said, go back and find the women who need you to rescue them, because I'm not them. You can't mold me into something, because I don't need you like that to mold me into something. Meanwhile, you out here being whatever you want to be, sleeping with whoever you want to sleep with, because I didn't put that past them either. But you think I'm going to follow you? You think you can lead me? Or unhealed trauma. And ladies, you got to be careful. Men, you got to be careful. But back to my ladies, because I am a lady, and this is something that I have experienced as a Christian lady, because y'all know I'm not warped into religion. I am just a person who represents God, try to represent God as best as I can on an everyday basis. But I tell you this, be careful out here, because you have some people who are really sick in the head. Really sick in the head. And I kid y'all not, I had that dream about the snakes. God was telling me, watch out, it's snakes coming. And right after I had that dream, that's when Shortbread hit me up. That's when one of my exes liked something on my TikTok channel. And then that's when he hit me up. And all the messages actually went through. And I blocked all of them. All of them was blocked. But that's just how the enemy works. Got a new iPhone, had no idea that when you get a new iPhone, that it unblocks all of your stuff. So pay attention to that as well. Pay attention. I'm actually saying out loud, that means I have to go back and block everybody who I had blocked, because they now have access to me. And you don't get access to me like that. Not me. No. But yeah, you guys, so that dream came to me. I told my mom about it. I'm like, I don't know why I'm having a dream, Mama. Like, I haven't had that since college. She was like, yeah, I know. So it made her, it rose like concern with her. Like, what is she dreaming about that for? Because she knows what it means. She's the one who called my cousin to identify what it means. And yeah, I learned soon enough what it meant. He was trying to come. The enemy was using that boy, that guy, 42-year-old him, to try to destroy me, to try to break me down. But thank God for discernment, bro. Thank God for the gift of knowing. Thank God for wisdom. Thank God for his glory, for his grace, for his protection, that I was able to figure it out in the nick of time before it went any further. And this time he's blocked again, permanently. And iPhone, y'all need to do something about that. People who are blocked should remain blocked, because that is not okay. It's not okay. Because I was long gone. Y'all talking about 7 years of not talking to somebody. And then here he comes. He was coming to seek and to destroy. Simple as that. And I told him too. I was like, I feel like you're trying to mind F me. And I feel like you're doing all this trying to bring me up just to break me down. And you know one thing I realized? He never denied it. He tried to switch it to something else. He never denied that that was his intention. He never denied that that was his intention. So y'all think about this. Think about it long and hard. Process this. Replay this video. Like it, comment, give your own 2 cents, as long as it's considerate, you guys, and respectful. I'm all here for it. I'll leave my comments open on this video. But do not play with people who try to play with you. Because if you're not strong enough, if you don't have certain gifts, if you can't figure it out and connect the dots, if you can't use your discernment, then sorry for you. Because it's real out here. But again, peace, love, prayers, and happiness. And y'all know it's so funny. This phone is actually sitting on my Bible. It's sitting on my Bible as I'm sitting here recording this video, because I was not about to put together my tripod and the backlight and all that kind of stuff. I was not about to do it. Y'all gonna get this natural light from my kitchen. And my bill already probably going sky high, because this is what, 2 hours straight that I've been on here talking. I did the first video and now this one. So take that, accept that, and be appreciative. All right. But all right, y'all. Bye. She's a genie in a bottle. Baby, y'all know I'm tired. I start doing random things when I'm tired. Let me get off this video, you guys. I had Sunday fun day. And what a fun day it was. I'm proud of it. All right? I'm not gonna put that apart in there. All right.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
All right, cut and print. Beautiful, guys. Dynamite. That is...